Hey guys, I'm Chef D-Max. Welcome back to the kitchen. Today, we're gonna make a great little pasta dish from just some random things I have in the fridge, some corn, some asparagus, some mushrooms, and I'm gonna show you just some quick technique on how to make a great simple pasta at home. So stay with me, click subscribe if you're not doing that already. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video and ring that bell and I'll let you know what's coming out in the future. All right, so see you soon. Hey guys, welcome back to the kitchen. So today, a simple pasta dish. So let's get started. I've got my pan here, it's getting hot here. While it gets hot, we're gonna always remember, we're gonna put things like garlic in there early. We're gonna use a chili. This is a Calabrian chili that's ground up. You can buy it online. I'll put the connection in the notes below. You can just click and check that out. So this Calabrian chili has got, it's got little chilies in it. Actually, this one has some onion in it as well, and tomato in it. And we're gonna use that as our starting base here. So I'm gonna put some good olive oil in here, and then I'm gonna put in a nice spoonful of my chili. Now this chili is spicy, so if you don't like it spicy, put less, okay? It's no big deal. Or don't use it at all, it's fine, okay? I'm also gonna take some garlic confit. Now garlic confit is just this garlic paste that I make from cooking the garlic, and you can check up to the top left here and see the video of me making it. And watch that whenever you have a chance, and put this in your fridge. I make like a ton of it like this, and I put this in my fridge, and every time I need garlic, I have it. I don't have to peel the garlic. I don't have to worry about it going bad and rotten on me. So check out that recipe. Otherwise, you can just peel and use regular garlic, okay? So with this, I'm just gonna kind of saute that around in here, and I'm gonna take my mushrooms and my onions, okay? So my onion first, I have one onion here, and I'm gonna just slice my onion up soft. Look at that thing's trying to pop around on me. So with my onion, you know, we're not looking to cut it any small, perfect shape. We're just looking to kind of start it like this. Oh, wow, it's getting crazy. Something in that chili that just wants to pop, okay? So I'm gonna put my tomatoes in there, kind of cool it down really quick, okay? And there we go. Otherwise, I'm going to get chili oil all over me. All right. So my onions, why do we put onions in first? Because onions are very watery, and we're just looking to cook the water out of them, okay? Now, when you're cooking the water out of onions, and they do take a little bit longer to cook than the rest, so I want to do that. Now, one of the things that I had was we're putting a cheese in this. And I have a beautiful Manchego style cheese. You can see by the rind that's a Manchego, right? And what I did was when you cut that rind off to eat the cheese, which I've eaten a lot of the cheese, we're just going to use this tail end of it here for this dish. What I do is I have cream here with those rinds, and I've warmed the cream on my stove very lightly and let that steep. And what it does, it takes all the flavor from that off of that cheese rind, and you don't eat the rind, you're going to strain it, but it's going to flavor that cream with this cheese. It's really nice. So you can do the same thing when you buy nice Parmesan, you have real Parmesan, use the same thing, okay? So next I'm going to do my mushrooms. I just take the mushrooms and I'm going to slice them like this. So keep your fingers under and go use the knife, go up and down against the forefingers like this. Don't come up above the knuckle, because that's when you're going to cut yourself, okay? So with this, that's all you're doing is you're looking to chop. So a lot of times you see chefs doing that, and you're always worried, oh, they're going to cut their fingertips, or I'm going to cut my fingertips. You're not going to do that if you cut straight down like this, and you don't go above your knuckles, okay? Now, what's cool is that we're going to take these, this mushroom in here, and as the onion's cooking in here, this mushroom is going to absorb some of the liquid that's in the pan. So I'm going to take that and just drop it in, okay? I like to use these too, these like pasta scrapers for like dough scrapers and stuff, and they're really nice to take stuff off your cutting board and put it in a pan. Okay, so now next I'm going to do corn. So I take the corn, beautiful summer corn here, and I just lay it down and cut it. And I've showed this in my videos before, how I don't stand the corn up. Though if you stand the corn up, all those kernels go all over the cutting board. But if you lay it down like this, they just sit there nicely, calm, right? Makes such sense. I don't know why more people don't do it. But with this, we're just gonna cut this corn off like this, okay? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stir my dish around here again. Okay, and it's gonna put this beautiful onions and mushroom mixture together with those chilies and cook it down. It's getting really nice now, I can smell it. I'm gonna put a little salt in, okay? Always salt in the beginning and the end, right? Sometimes in the middle as well. Now I put a lot of pepper, so I'm gonna put a little black pepper, but I'm not gonna go to town because I do have a lot of pepper in there from my Calabrian chili, okay? So, we're cooking this nicely, okay? Now, when I'm ready to deglaze, which will be in a second here, I'm gonna deglaze with tomato. Now, what I did for my tomato sauce, I just took fresh summer cherry tomatoes, put them in my NutriBullet, and blend them up. I just washed them really quick and blend them up. I didn't add water. This is just tomatoes pureed, okay? So what I'll do is I'm gonna layer that in here, like that. Okay, so it's just tomato puree from cherry tomatoes. And what I like about cherry tomatoes are super, they're super sweet, right? And they're dense with texture, not as watery as maybe like a regular big vine ripe 5x6 tomato. But what happens with them is they pull together and make a beautiful sauce really quick. So as this simmers away, it's going to be really nice. So now, corn takes about 5 to 6 minutes to cook. So I want to get that in there right now, okay? And my asparagus does too. So I'm going to put my corn in, okay? And now I'm going to put my asparagus in. I just have some asparagus tips here, you can see. I'm going to lay them in there like this. I love asparagus. Raw is great. Cooked, however. Okay? Now, we're going to let this cook. And I'm just mixing it around. I'm kind of like getting the asparagus in there, letting them get a chance to cook, pressing everything down into the liquid, right? And now we're just going to let that tomato water that's in the tomatoes kind of cook out a little bit. As it does that, it's going to steam the asparagus and steam the corn and bring this dish together. So I'll be back in a second and we'll finish this up. It's going to probably take about 2 or 3 minutes to let this happen. Okay, it's been about a minute or two and this is really starting to steam. The asparagus is getting cooked nicely. The corn is almost cooked. So at this point, we're going to add in this beautiful Manchego cream. Now, you can see inside here, right, that cheese rind, and it's kind of melted down, right? And we don't want to put that in, you see, because it doesn't have good texture. It's this really, this rind of the cheese that's been overly dried, right? But it's got tons of great flavor in it, tons of good aged cheese flavor. So at that point, we're going to add in some cooked pasta. I just have some spaghetti here. So you don't need a lot, right? Like that's good. Okay, that's been cooked. Just cook regular spaghetti like you normally do at home. Okay, and then I'm just gonna fold that spaghetti in. Now the spaghetti, I cook it al dente. So what we're gonna do is we finish it in the sauce like this. Okay, so as I put it in the sauce, it's ready to go, right? And then what I do is I finish this with a little bit of butter. So I got the last bit of my European butter here. So I'm just going to add that in. Okay. In addition to the butter, I'm going to take the last bit of this beautiful Manchego and I'm going to grate it in here. So what a good flavor, right? Manchego, you have the cheese from the Manchego rind, All right. Now, if you don't have this, you could use Parmesan, and you can use the rind of Parmesan. It's really good flavors. Okay. So I do. You see how I like grate that right down to the rind. So what I do is normally I would keep that rind, but because I've already made this dish and I only have that one little piece left, then I'll discard it. So that's it. So what I want to do here is just toss my pasta, toss my vegetables, cheese, bring it all together, and realistically, it's done at this point. So I'm going to taste the broth first. Wow, perfect. It's really nice. And I use like a nice whole wheat pasta here. So we're going to take that whole wheat pasta and put that in here with beautiful asparagus, mushrooms. Wow, that looks good, right? And then I'm going to take my beautiful mushrooms and corn. Now, spinach would be really great with this as well. Okay? And that's it. You've got, now, if you have a little bit more cheese, you can put some more on top. Oops, wrong way. Look at that. That's it. Boom. Simple pasta. Didn't take us any time at all. Healthy, whole wheat linguine with asparagus, corn, mushrooms, tomatoes, onions, and beautiful Manchego cream. So I hope you liked it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you back in the kitchen soon. I'm Chef Dean Max.